Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Karen is a no-show to the reunion. Stacy is lying. And Mia be lying. Child, this reunion was better than the whole season. Welcome, besties. You are now behind the shade. Thanks for joining me. I recap your favorite reality shows weekly. Now let's kiki and ha and get into the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 9 Reunion Part 1. I there's no title, so that's good. How would you rate this week's episode, besties? I think it was pretty good. I was entertained. It was like, we're missing Karen, but she graced us with her presence just a tad from the two videos and Ashley bringing her picture framed and all. But it was good. I will give it I'll give it an 8. Let's do that. Drop down in the comments, bestie, and let me know what you thought about part one's reunion. And don't forget to like the video. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel and make sure the notification bell is on, ding dong, so that you know each and every time I post my content. Now, how this all started. We know Karen was found guilty of the DUI and 6 other charges. So that's 7 of the 8 that were against her. They had the timestamps. This was in December. Karen was on film crying, and she tells production that she is not an alcoholic. Okay. Well, Karen, neither am I. And I have never had a DUI or 2 DUIs or 3. So you got to be something. You got to be something. Okay. She says she's only concerned about her family because they are so hurt. No, Karen, you need to be concerned about you, your health, and your alcohol intake. That's what you need to be concerned about. You need to be concerned because they're concerned, okay? So she says she knows how all her fans and the young ladies or whoever listens and follows her. And so her message to them was do as she says, not as she does. And Karen Huger, that is not the real world. That's not how this works, honey. You cannot be a hypocrite and think somebody's going to honor you and look up to you and follow you, okay? You cannot be a hypocrite. So they are, and so as she's talking, they are showing the cop cams, and it's just a mess. We see her, when the cops arrived on the scene. We see her car dismantled over there in the ditch. We see Ray trying to help. She talking crap. We saw them arrest her. She's in the car. I don't know how she got in the front seat. She's talking to the cop while he's taking her downtown. She says, "Oh, I should have taken a cab." He's like, "Yeah, you should have taken a cab." She tells him that Andy Cohen calls her the Grande Dame. And he's like, the Grande Dame. And when she gets downtown and gets out, she's having trouble because she is like, "Ooh, I'm lit." And the cop said, "Yes, you are lit." And it was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe they covered all that and showed us that. But hey, it's all over YouTube, honey. It's all over the internet. So everyone's seen it, right? Okay. So at the reunion, in the dressing rooms, Ashley and Stacy are wondering, is Karen coming? Because she doesn't have a dressing room. Her name is not up on the door, none of that. So Kiana and Wendy, they're like, you think she coming? I haven't talked to her since New Year's Eve and all that. So they give her a call. No answer. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So on stage, everybody comes out, and I will say, everyone looked good. Giselle, this may have been the best she's looked in a reunion. It's just always something I don't like. Like, remember the blue dress where she had the gems on her arms and her hair was with the gloves? Oh no, I did not like that. But this look is cute. Everything checked out. Shoes, dress, makeup, hair. Check, 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 check. Ashley with the bunions, the way she walked onto the stage, OMG, I feel her pain because those shoes are not leather. They are not giving. She needed help getting she needed help getting to the couch. That was hilarious. Her dress was okay. The shoes were cute, just she can't walk in those. And her wig was a no. Mm-mm. No. And when they were in there talking, uh her hair, I saw the stylist doing her wig, and she was talking to, who was she talking to? Wendy? No, no, no. She was talking to Stacy. Her hair looked fine the way it was. The wig, no. I don't like when Ashley wears her hair too dark. Don't like it. So Stacy comes out and her dress is just full of material, honey. It is giving bedspread from the 70s. It's giving, oh, child. We'll move on because everybody else is cute. Kiana, I liked her dress, but I didn't like her shoes, or I didn't like the way she was walking in her shoes. Wendy, of course, was a 10. That wig was hitting. And here come Mia about to trip and fall. Girl, what's going on with you? She was cute nonetheless. A little too much makeup, but she looked good. She looked good. And Giselle had on nails, honey. She's trying something new, honey. Them girls is gone. And she said, I got my chest out. I got my nails. I'm trying something new, Wendy. I'm trying something new. So Andy begins the reunion and he wants to address the elephant in the room. Karen is not at the reunion because she checked into a private recovery center, what we usually call rehab. But Karen, she has to be demure about everything. And I like that for her. So Giselle says she wishes that Karen would have went to rehab before her court date because it would have helped her case. And Wendy's like, yeah, I wonder, is she there because she needs the help, or is this just to, let lighten her load, lighten the blow, give her better sentence, or maybe nothing at all. And so Stacy is like, well, Wendy, let's just give her some grace. And so they're like, yeah. And so Wendy's like, I get what you're saying, but friends are honest and they hold you accountable. Don't do that. We gonna call a thing a thing. And I agree. Mia says, well, yes, she went. She went there to lessen her sentence. Like, wouldn't you? And everybody's like, yep, I agree. Everybody agree. They're like, you can't knock that hustle. Because, yes, we all, even Andy was like, yep, I would go just to lessen my sentence. Like, yeah. And I really wish she would have gone. But, I think, Karen, there's a certain level of denial that you're in because, she really, her whole attitude about it was like, well, no, it's going to be okay. And once I go to court, this all go away. I really think she felt like she just could get out of this. And so that's why she waited till they ordered her to go. I really think she was going to walk away clean. I really think that. Okay, well, no. And I don't think she's been sentenced just yet. Okay. So Ashley brings out a framed picture of Karen, and she sat it in between her and Giselle. They were saying, well, she would have had the first seat, so put it up there with Andy. And so Ashley like, no, 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 this is my picture. Give me my picture. She gonna go right here between me and Giselle. So then we get another clip of Karen. Now she's in a beautiful white dress. It's Christmas time because you see the poinsettias as her decoration in in the room she's in. And so she says, yes, she's gonna go in for treatment because she wants to excuse me, y'all. She wants to get to the bottom of her taking these antidepressants and this drinking. Uh-huh. And so she wants to thank a few of the ladies for their support. So she thanks Giselle first for the note that she put in her flowers. The note read, "One step at a time." She said Giselle is the real deal, Holyfield. Kierna came through. Her note said that she got this, she gonna handle it, she got this. Jassy sent some very touching notes also. And she also said that Candias, Candias from last season, she has been a soldier for Karen. And then she had a special person she wanted to acknowledge. And so we all know that Wendy thought it would be her because we all thought it was going to be Wendy. And so we learned that Andy Cohen, your notes were on time and they meant the world to me. Child, that look on Wendy's face and everybody else's face. So there's this thing about who called Karen the Grand Dame. Was it Andy Cohen or was it Giselle? And so she said they could both argue about that. But when she comes back, I said, when you come back, she said she's going to be Karen Huger because that is enough. She is not going to be Grand Dame. She's not going to be nothing. Thomas Jefferson's concubine. Don't associate her with blue eyes anymore. She is just going to be Karen because that is enough. So Andy and Giselle go back. Well, you the one. So that what we got to the bottom of it. Giselle gave her the name Grand Dame. I think Andy Cohen ran with it, but Giselle named her that. So Andy asked Wendy, like, so what's up? You over there? You feeling some kind of way? What's up? And so she's like, I feel a little slighted or whatever. But she said, I'm not, this is not about me. It's about her. But she said, I have reached out to her and I have supported her. But this is about her. So I'm gonna let her have her moment or whatever. I'm gonna take that on the cuff, you know what I'm saying? Um, and she says, but what she told Stacy about me, she said, looking at these clips, and she said, yeah, it's all adding up. She's not my friend. And everybody's like, oh no, Wendy, don't say that. Oh my goodness, I don't agree. And so Giselle is like, but Wendy, you knew that because Giselle says she's been telling Wendy that from jump. And so Wendy said, yeah, but I didn't trust you. So I wasn't taking what you was telling me, because you didn't like me. We wasn't cool until this season. We didn't get cool until this season. And we all know why, because Robin is gone. Even me is like, yeah, because you checked me about Karen. And everybody was like, yeah, you checked everyone for Karen. Like, you defended her and there for her and supported her. And you guys do hear my dog. She's in here being a brat. Come on. Sit. Sorry, guys. I had the door closed. So, of course, that made her want to know why I'm in here with the door closed. So I won't do that again. Okay, so Giselle asked Wendy, why won't you acknowledge that you have issues with Karen or she had issues with you? And so Wendy is like, look, Karen didn't show me that. And I'm not just going to stop liking somebody and stop being friends with somebody because you don't like them or you say so. That's that kind of thing. Like, you got to show me something different. And until then, we're going to rock together, And it's just like, Karen, how... Is it safe to say Karen is jealous of Wendy? Because they brought up the candle gate. Remember the candle gate from like 4 years ago? Karen came out with the 3 wick, Wendy came out with the 1 wick. Wendy said she came out with that candle first, but I thought Karen came out with it first. I guess Karen just talked more smack about it. And I remember Wendy going to Karen like for assistance and all that, and she really didn't know what she was doing. And I thought that was weird, being that Wendy was so smart. You got 4 degrees and you don't know how to run a candle business, but doesn't matter anyway. And I don't think she went far with that business either. I think it was too much to invest in or something. Wasn't that when Eddie was telling her, like, I'm not giving you no money for that and something, something, something? Because didn't Besties, do you know, did Wendy, what did she do after the candles? Was it something, some other business she wanted to do? And I'm thinking that's what Eddie told her, like, I'm not backing you up with that kind of money because look what you did with the candles. I'm a little confused. I'm not sure if he was, I don't know. You guys are telling me in the chat. Okay, so I'll keep going. Okay, so Wendy's like, she didn't show me that. And so so Giselle was telling us, like, Karen is an amazing person off camera. I would hate to be described as that. You are just amazing behind the shade off camera, but on camera you are just a lot and too much to deal with. So the fans are here are the so Andy reads the fans' reactions of Karen's video cam. They are disappointed. She is victimizing herself once again. They don't have sympathy for her. Child, somebody said they hope she goes to jail, so that she can learn her lesson because she could have unalived someone. And so Mia is just like, yeah, she needs help. I've told y'all that up in Lake Norman. She needed the help. So then they go on to Wendy and Giselle being best friends forever. And so when Andy presented it, he was just like, okay, Wendy, now we're going to get into you and your best friend. And she was like, who is my best friend? Like, who? Anybody up here? Drink your water, besties. So they're like, Giselle. So they show the clips from the season of them working it out. And, Giselle was just as shocked as Wendy. And so Andy's just telling Wendy, like, we have a new side of you. You seem lighter and funnier. And she's like, because I turned 40. And, people are like, oh, God, not this 40. Girl, your birthday been over with, honey. Your birthday was in the summer, in June. Let's move on. So she accredits her lightness. She accredits leaving her job as to why she feels lighter because it lifted a lot of weight off of her. And then I said, and now that Robin is gone too, that makes even being on camera even easier now, huh? You just got Giselle all by yourself, and now she want to be your friend because she don't have her Robin. So they mentioned how short the scene was when they sat down to talk. And Wendy was like, no, we had a 2-hour long conversation. I went down the line of all our issues. And Giselle was like, yeah. I was like, you got more? And Wendy was like, yep, sit down, order another drink, get some dessert. We're going to be here for a minute. So then Andy asked Wendy, how is the happy Eddie industry going? And Wendy says, it is booming. And I was like, that is such a good business for them, being that they don't indulge too. So, you don't get high off your own supply. So Kiana was like, yeah, she's indulged. She said, yeah, them gummies is hitting. And so, Andy called it the devil lettuce. And here goes Giselle. What's devil lettuce? Oh, Giselle, goodness, catch up. So Stacy, she indulged also because remember, Wendy brought her some to her charity event, and she went up there and she had some, and she was like telling Wendy, oh yeah, you guys are going to be very successful. She thumbs up. She said it was great, it was going down, and you will be successful. So Giselle says, okay, Stacy, well, aren't you going to be having a happy Eddie also next year? Aren't you getting into the cannabis business too? And Stacy looking like, what? No, no, nope, not me. And so Giselle says, well, didn't you have a meeting with the guy and you told him that you was a celebrity and woo, woo, woo? And she was like, absolutely not. And it looked like Stacy may have been telling a fib. She denied it. um, so they say, even Ash was like, Stacy, happy Stacy. It's supposed to be coming out next year. And Wendy said, well, don't do it and don't tell me. And so she's like, absolutely not. What are you talking about? Um, so okay. Okay, liar. Stacy be lying. So a fan asked Wendy about her kids' trust fund requiring them to have a master's degree in order to get money, and asked, was it fair to them, being that she had to bear so many crosses with her own mom and her trust fund. So Wendy had to break it down, honey, and she said, well, they're going to get money. Don't get it twisted. We're going to leave our kids money, but there's stipulations that will allow them to get bonuses. And so she explains, if they get a master's degree, then they will get some more money. If they learn her native tongue, Igbo, then they will get some more money. Okay. And if her daughter joins her same sorority, then that will be some more money. So yeah, you're not just gonna give you a whole bunch of money. You got to work for some of this change. And that was a great idea. Giselle was like, oh, I'm going to do that to my daughters. Andy was like, I'm going to do that. It is a good idea. It really is a good idea. So they give Wendy props for that. So they talk about Wendy going to the White House, and she said she was very glad to go to the White House. And it was such a surreal experience that her and her whole family shared. And, she brought Karen. And then now it's even more surreal now with the election, how it ended. And so she was very honest, and she admitted that she regrets inviting Karen. And she says, and everybody just gasped, like, oh my goodness. And she said, if I could be in real, yes, I regret it. And she said she believes what Stacy told her about what Karen said about her. And Karen tells Stacy it wasn't cool that you waited until you and Karen's friendship was going south to say something. Stacy said, honey, I stood up for Karen when Mia and Jacqueline was making a mockery of her, and Karen didn't stand by me at all. And I chose to tell the truth when I chose to tell the truth. So mind your business, Karen. Mind your business. Where is Greg? Then Wendy tells them that when Stacy was coming into the group, Karen told Wendy that Stacy was smart and educated and to be careful and watch out and all these and all this and all that. And so Giselle asked, is Stacy smart and educated? It was like, Giselle, if you don't stop being shady. But Stacy speaks up for herself, and she said, yes, I'm smart. I'm educated. I went to college. I have a degree. I'm compassionate, and I'm a wonderful person too. Giselle. Mm-hmm. Giselle had nothing to say. She said something like little slick, something smart, but yeah. Uh-huh. But Giselle, you're the one sitting up here trying to make words that aren't words and asking, is it a real word? Yeah, that's what you did here on this same stage. So, you know, I don't know what you have. What's wrong with Stacy? They say you jealous because she's a fan favorite. They say you jealous because she's beautiful and she's smart. They say you jealous. They say you're just jealous and just mean and want to hold the new people at us. You just want to give the new people a bad time. And like hazing them like you in a sorority. Like, Giselle is an AKA. So, honey, I don't know, but she gave Candace the blues, and I don't think this anyway. I ain't gonna get into what I was about to say. I was gonna bring up the colorism thing, but Stacy is light skinned, isn't she? But it doesn't matter. Giselle just don't want to like her. What has Stacy done to you? So Andy tells Giselle that Karen's MO is, to take the new girl and groom them, kind of. And so she said she didn't warn Kiana about anyone, and Kiana says she sees Karen differently than y'all. That's my girl. She don't act like that to me, so I don't care. Well, we understand that. Maybe because you're not smart and educated. Ooh, I don't know. It seems like Karen be feeling a certain kind of way about certain people. So Wendy tells Kiana that Karen likes to mother everybody, like to be the mother hen of people. And if you don't need her in that way, like you're independent, you got it going on, she'll turn on you. And I'm like, bet, that's it. That they read Karen. That's it. That's Karen's issue. That's it. I concur. So, and Ashley agrees too. So Andy asks, do they think Wendy is self-absorbed? It's like, child, is this a real question? Everybody, yes. I'm like, more than Mia? Okay. So they say yes. Wendy even agrees. She said it takes a strong woman to be friends with her, honey, because when she walks in the room, honey, she know God called her to be in that room, honey, and she's very sure of herself. So you're going to have to be a strong woman to be friends with her, honey. So then after that, honey, we welcome Jassy to the stage, honey, and baby, why is she even here? Forgot all about her? We only saw her in about 3 episodes. So Miss Thang is engaged. So maybe that's why we haven't seen much of her. Because Brooklyn is saying hello, you guys. Be quiet. Y'all hear her talking back? So she's engaged to Darius. Child, they ate her up. The fans. And so Andy, he asked, is there a date set? She said yes, it will happen in the summer. And so she even brought a sample of the invitations, y'all, and she passed it around. And it was just like a fold out mirror type of situation. Not sure if there's going to be writing on the sides. I don't understand why the mirror is there, whatever. But everyone is invited, so there's no shade there. And then we find out that Darius got on back to a team because remember when she came onto the show, he wasn't playing at the time, but he was still employed by the NFL. So now he's with the Cowboys. So they're back and forth from Texas to DC. So the timeline of all this is in questioning, right? Because she has been, labeled as a side chick that broke up his family. So they said it was clear that they were building a friendship while he was having his last baby with his baby mama, who I think has 3 kids for him. She says, nothing about me says side chick, baby. I am the chick Monday through Sunday. Okay. She even said that, she said the baby mama even said they weren't together when she gave birth. Woo, that's a hard pill to swallow, honey. So, they also mentioned that she named Giselle and Ashley's brand GNA. She named it Gangsters and Alcohol. And so they moved into the GNA thing. So Ashley's trying to explain to us what this brand means now. So the brand moved from clothing to wellness. And that's all we needed to know. We didn't have to go no more. So they show clips of Giselle and Ashley and all the things they've been doing with GNA. And so what happened? Did I write down what Ashley said? I think I did about being did I write it down? I thought I did. Do they come back to it? Um, excuse me, dog. Hold on, y'all. Let me get her out of here. Hold on. And I'm back. So the question is, Andy asked Ashley, "Are you divorced?" And he didn't even want to say it because he said, "You know the question I'm about to ask you. I've been asking you for the last few reunions." And so she says, "I filed. He filed. I'm getting child support, no alimony." And Stacy is in the exact opposite situation. She's filed too, and she's not getting child support, but she will be getting alimony. And Ashley's not getting alimony because she signed a prenup, honey. That's why she had them kids, honey. Dean and what's his name? Dean and Dylan. Why can't I say Dylan? Dean and Dylan. Okay, so she can get that child support. That's what's securing her bag. Okay. So remember, Stacy don't feel like her husband is gonna turn his back on his daughter. At least when she finds out, when she F around and find out, she'll just go back to court and then she will file for child support. And then maybe there'll be some back payments and she'll be like, okay, you guys were right. Whew, Stacy. But hey, we wish the best. So Mia says she's in the final stages of her divorce, and baby, nobody believed her, baby. And what we know to date, they back together. There ain't been no papers filed, there ain't been no hearing, no nothing. There is no divorce, there's nothing. Mia be super lying. Now back to Ashley. Where is the apparel on your website? Because one of the fans went on her website and all there was pictures of her and Giselle. I cracked up so hard about that. I don't know why that tickled me. That you go to the website and it's just pictures of her and Giselle on there. So Ashley is like, she's not willing to invest and not know the state of her income. And the same with, Giselle. So pretty much their leggings and joggers and tank tops and jackets. Remember that mess, that fashion show they had? Did nobody want to buy that stuff? So their clothes were not selling and they were not going to invest more moving forward. So now they are a liaison. Did I say that right? Liaison between community and charity, whatever that means. And so they're still like, what? And so one of them said, we focused on health and community. Okay, great. Let's get to the GNA event. So a viewer says or asks, shouldn't you prioritize the first event you were invited to, which was Giselle and Ashley's? Giselle is like, anybody care to answer that? Anybody care to answer that? And Mia is like, girl, we was trying to go to Karen's first and then land at your event to spend more time with y'all. And Ash is like, yeah, but y'all pulled up at 8:03 and it was over at 9. And it's like, hold on, Ashley, because you didn't know what was going on. You didn't understand why Giselle was so upset. You told them to come on because they was talking to you. And you said, yeah, y'all come on, come on, come on, come on. I mean, I get, and I believe I said this when that episode aired, but I get that the event is over at 9. But that doesn't mean you're getting ready to walk out and turn the lights off. Or is that what that meant? It did mean that you would be winding the event down and then you guys would go somewhere else. I mean, 9 o'clock, you have time to go somewhere else and hang out. But Giselle chose to get mad, call them all out their name and put them out, get security on them, and made a big old deal out of it. So, the ladies asked them, like, you should have gave us grace. And then was that Jassy that said you should have quietly asked us to leave? And Giselle's like, quietly, what does that mean? She said, not make a big old scene like you did. Like you could have just asked us to leave. And so Giselle credits her madness. She was mad at Karen. She was like, I'm sorry, y'all. I was mad at Karen. And that was understandable. And even then, I just thought about it, y'all. Wendy chose to stay at Karen's event. She wanted to stay, she wanted to support. Karen, you lost a real good friend. You lost what could have been a good relationship. I don't know. What is it about Wendy that you just don't like? You are just jealous of her. She threatens you, doesn't she? So now on to Jassy explaining what happened, child, at Mia's 40th birthday party in not Miami. Oh no. Remember when she just acted up on Wendy? Oh, with that little trip they took to Miami. I said, oh, Mia likes Miami, yeah. So, child, this is when it got good, honey. I mean, good. And I'm wondering, I guess this was probably off season. We probably won't see any of this footage, but let's get into it, child, because I was like, wait, what happened? So apparently, Mia texted invitations to Jassy and Stacy to come to Miami. Now, Stacy when she landed, she did not hear from Mia. And Stacy said they both didn't even link up with Mia. And it was like, what? So Mia said, well, since then, I have talked to both of them. Stacy corrects her and says, no, I haven't heard from you. And so Mia said, baby, I text you. It's 2025. That's what we do, baby. Ain't nobody calling you. And Stacy said, no, you call people who show up for you, honey. No. That's when you pick up the telephone and talk. And so Mia explains that she had hired an event planner, a POC. And we all like, what is a POC? A point of contact. Event planner, I guess. And so she said she didn't even know they were coming. Stacy and Mia going back and forth and back again. Stacy is like, girl, bye. They was throwing out her errand code. They said Stacy was bringing out that Detroit, honey. Come on, 313. I was like, come on, 313, because she gonna be a little amplified, I think, next season, honey. You ain't gonna be able to just say anything to Miss Stacy because she's clocking in already. She said, girl, bye. She said, you're a liar. You're a liar. Child, Mia couldn't get nothing. You're a liar. Well, you're a liar. Well, I came to you're a liar. I tried to, you're a liar. I called you, you're a liar. Child, Stacy shut Mia down. Do you hear me? Oh, here go Mia. Well, I didn't know. You RSVP to my POC. Shut up, Mia. When I learned they were there, I text them. So apparently they went to the restaurant where the dinner party was supposed to be at 8 p.m. And the name of the restaurant, I've been to the one in LA, and baby, it is a time. It is so much fun. And I can't think of the name of the restaurant. Bart and something with a G. Because where I learned about the restaurant from, it was the other Real Housewives. Was it Atlanta? They went to Miami and they went there. Or was it OC? I think it was Orange County. They went. Anyway, great restaurant. We'll get to the name of it. I'll put it in the comments when I think of it. So they got there at 8. They stayed about an hour and then they left. So Wendy says, no, they say they arrived at that restaurant at 8 o'clock and you didn't come until 11 p.m. So Stacy gives Andy her phone because Mia's like, that's not what happened. So Andy reads the text thread. So here's Stacy. I'm coming, to her party. Mia says, amazing. Can't wait to see you. Then on Mia's birthday, happy birthday. I'm here in Miami. Can't wait to celebrate all that. So Mia says she didn't get that text. Liar, you're a liar. Well, the text was read the next day around 12:15 a.m. And Mia asked, where are you? Stacy's reply is, "You are a horrible friend. I was so excited to celebrate you, text you and called you, no response all day. Still came to dinner and no one was there, even an hour later. You still didn't reach out to me. I'm disappointed. And this was disrespectful. Look forward to seeing you soon." So Mia says, "So what was the problem?" What do you mean? Where were you? We want to know, why were you not at your dinner party? Where was everybody? And we didn't even get to that. And I'm noticing this in a lot of these reunions. The real questions are not being asked. They get to say whatever that doesn't make sense and they move on. We have to stop moving on. Ask this woman, where was she? What happened? So, what's the problem? So Mia's like, "I apologize." Girl, really? Jessie says, when she told Mia how upset Stacy was, she said she didn't care. She did not care. And Stacy says, "You never reached out to me. I just want to let you know. You never reached out." Jacqueline told Jessie that Mia was only worried about ink. Uh. And worried about him for what? Did he not make it? You couldn't come to your party because he didn't. Child. So Mia feels bad because she wanted to have fun with them, and Giselle said, "You lying." Mia be lying, Giselle. Yep, Mia be lying. And Giselle says, "Send her an invoice." I said, exactly, y'all. Stacy and Jassy, send Mia an invoice. Sue her butt for your travels. Sue her. Make her pay you back. And then Mia does what Mia does, honey. Mia starts crying. I can't take it. My life is just so up and down. I'm just not a good person. I just can't help it. My life is it's falling apart. Oh my gosh. And so they were like, I think it was Wendy says, "You know what, Mia, you do this every time your back is against the wall. I'm going through a lot." They calling Mia out, baby. They ain't falling for that stuff no more. Jassy says goodbye. So she leaves. She's going back to wherever she's going. She got to go get ready for her wedding. So on their break, Mia goes to Stacy's room and Kiana is in there too. Was that Kiana? Yeah. Right? Or was it Jassy? Kiana, because Jassy left. Okay, so she says, "Here go Mia. I just don't have the capacity to be a good friend." And Stacy looks at Jassy. Oh, it was Jassy. Stacy looks at Jassy like, "We ain't going for this. Jassy look like, "Don't fall for it, Stacy. Don't do it. Don't do it." So Stacy says, "We called you out and you didn't say anything until you got back to DC. This apology just doesn't feel genuine right now, and we can't receive it." And Mia's like, "Okay, uh-huh." And she was half paying attention because somebody was messing with something on her, maybe her dress, her shoes, her hair, something, touching up her makeup. And she wasn't even paying attention to them. And then she just says, "Oh, okay." Then she leaves. She goes back to her dressing room and she starts to cry. Mia does what Mia does. And that was the end of part 1 of The Real Housewives of Potomac season 9, besties. It was good. I like this reunion. It's only going to get better next week. And I just hate to say, remember, I'm a person who doesn't like reunions, but this season was real. And part 1 reunion was better than the whole season. Oh my gosh. Besties, don't forget to like the video. Make sure you subscribe and make sure your notification bell is on. And I'll see you with another recap. Bye, besties.